Uh-oh, did you see that little boo-boo in my intro? And you know, I never know what day it is. So you did very briefly see Wednesday, Friends Day. But hey, that could be a promo for all the different days that I do lives on this channel. Yes. So don't forget to check out Wednesday, Friends Day as well, which is on Wednesdays when it is Wednesday at the same time as this live. If you don't know when that is, then just make sure you're subscribed, click the notification bell, and you will see it comes up with your time as to when my live is. Yes, so that was a little boo-boo there. Caught that just in time. It's funny because I was sitting there thinking, oh, I wonder if one day by mistake I'll press the outro. So obviously I was thinking of other things rather than what I should have been doing. Okay, so let's begin with quote of the day. So Monday's quote currently is thus. So let's get cracking with the little themes and topics of today, and we're going to start with this one. So I'm going to read you a little bit about our mountain region here. And our highest mountains are the Troodos Mountains, which are a little further north from where I live. And this is where they currently have snow. We don't have snow down as far as me at all. Never see snow here. No, not at all. But if you wanted snow, you could currently go up the Troodos Mountains. And I always say that when it starts to get cold here, where I live, there is normally snow in the Troodos Mountains. So right now, for us, it's cold. For you, you'll probably think it's pretty mild. We do have rain as well today, a little bit, and that is our winter. So for me, I'm going to say we have our winter weather now. We've had the fire on twice this year. Sorry, once last year, once this year. So once in December, once in January, we have had the fire. It's a real fire. It's a log fire. So the Troodos Mountains is north of me, basically. Go straight up and you will hit them. And it says 9 Byzantine churches are in the Troodos Mountains, and these are included in the official UNESCO list of World Heritage. The impressive Troodos mountain range with its idyllic forest stretches almost most of the western side of Cyprus, offering a cool sanctuary in the summer and opportunities for sports in the winter. And yes, if you're a tourist here right now, they go up the mountains for skiing in the morning and then down to the sea to swim in the afternoon. So that gives you a good idea of the difference in the temperatures. Where are we? Famous mountain resorts, divine Byzantine monasteries and churches perched on mountain peaks or nestling in its valleys, as well as picturesque mountain villages clinging to terraced hill slopes, make up the splendour of the Troodos. The area has been known since ancient times for its mines, and in the Byzantine period it became a predominant centre of Byzantine art, as churches and monasteries were built in the mountains far away from the threatened coastline. The Cyprus Tourism Organisation, in cooperation with the Forestry Department, has issued a leaflet on all their nature trails of the Troodos mountain range. If you like mountain biking, climbing, walking, any of these types of activities, this is the place for you. And then it goes on to list all the different areas, because there are different regions within the Troodos Mountains. Okay, so we need to go and say hello to those in the chat so far. And I've just come out of Steve and Tina's channel and they're back on mine. They apologise for anyone who was looking for their normal scheduled premiere, and instead of PM, it was set for AM. But I said that was great news for me, because it meant I could finally watch one of their premieres, because normally it's about 2 o'clock in the morning for me or something like that. So we'll first of all say hello to Steve and Tina Jewel. And of course, our great friend Blue from Blue Self-Reliance is also in. Do check out both their channels. And here's a hello to Blue. Oh, bless you, Blue. Blue said, give me 5 and I'll set up on the PC. And as quick as I played that little intro, there she is already. She says she's on the PC now, so modding buttons at the ready. And Steve and Tina have just jumped back in again after their initial message. So do check out both their channels. They are really great followers of my channel, really big supporters, and it indeed does mean a lot. And soon as they're both on, I don't know if any of you guys were on when I shared this. So there's that. I keep forgetting that doesn't have any music behind it. I did talk to you about that issue before. I'm not going on that again. Oh, how sweet. Please say hello to Steve and Tina in her own unique, lovely fashion. And please say, yay, there's a me. And Steve and Tina say, wow. Yeah, see, you're getting double, triple mentions. I've shown that 3 times now. Good job you're here now. Yes, but I'm very pleased. I don't think either of you were on when I showed it before. So I was very pleased, because it wasn't the fact I was showing it because you were on. So that's cool. We all have a life. We all have a life. You're not compelled to be in here. It's like Dear Blue always says, sorry if she's late. There is no late. Okay, let's go on. Let's go on to my next section of the day. And that will be scrolling. Let's do this. I've made another intro today. You'll see that on Friday, and you'll see why it's got to be on Friday. So look out on my other channel, Tranquility Through Life's Natural Beauty, new little intro bit for a new section on Fridays. I do love making them. Okay, so let's take a look at a book I took from my book Nook. And last week I was sharing the Bird Feeder Handbook, which actually links in nicely to the fact that Steve and Tina Jewell have set up bird feeders in their garden, and they've just showed a premiere showing the birds. If you're someone who can pull up the live chat after the event, I know some slow computers can't always do that, but check out how I was hacking their chat. Hacking their chat. So go over there, have a look at that. There was a video prior to that, a test one, which funny enough, I was late to their premiere because I was watching their other video where they'd put up the birds. So go and look there. And so I'm going to continue sharing different birds from this book now. Oh, it's still on Tina's there. Yeah, I had to get out of it because I had to set this. It takes me about 20 minutes to set up my lives, depending on what I'm doing. Yes, I did read your comment at the beginning. Steve saying again the premiere was set the wrong time, AM instead of PM. Yeah. But it doesn't matter so much with the premiere, particularly that one. I just assumed you weren't sitting in it because it was just watching the birds. So premiere's not so bad. It's when you're late on a live. Your camera's on and filming an empty seat till you press the button to go. So yes. So we've got Steve then again. We had a lads day, didn't we? One of my lives recently. John was in and all their partners. It was just the misters, just the misters. Okay, so today we're looking at mallard from the duck family. So that's a mallard. Anyone who doesn't know a mallard, probably the most common duck in England, I would say. And it says recognition. A white ring separates the drake, the male's bottle green head from his breast. The plumage. After the male has accompanied the female to the nest, he molts into the eclipse plumage, similar to the female's brown mottled plumage below. Ducks shed all their flight feathers at once and become flightless. After the breeding season, males molt back to their brilliant colouring. And that's the female one here. Is that on there? Voice. There is a variety of quacks made. The female emits a harsh series of quacks, whereas the male has a quieter nasal quack. And I think when you hear them going along a pond, then it is mostly the female. Nesting. The nest of leaves and grasses is placed under dense vegetation, sometimes in a tree. The female who rears the family by herself covers the nest with down when she leaves to feed. The eggs hatch together and the ducklings depart the nest before they are a day old. Yes, we've often seen them swimming, of course. There's their nest and their eggs there. Nest box, large enclosed. Probably one of the best known birds, the mallard, is the ancestor of almost all domestic ducks. Oh, that's where I get that from then. It visits rural gardens where there's a pond, or if the garden is near a lake or river. Mallards may nest in large gardens that have plenty of cover. The female may need your help in leading her ducklings safely across roads to water. The male also has a wing patch, bright blue or purple, edged with black and white on both sexes. So there's the wing pattern. And feeding. Mallards eat a wide range of food. Watch them grazing on lawns, eating acorns and hunting for water snails, caddies, large fly larvae, frogs or fish in shallow water. Ducklings feed mainly on insects. On the bird table, mallards take bread and grain in parks and gardens. English still. Insulation. Eggs are kept warm by the downy feathers. More nesting information. March to October. One brood. 8 to 12 grey-green eggs. 27 to 28 days incubation female. 50 to 60 days fledging, and independent at fledging. I said that already, I was listening. From 1 day old, 1 day old. Let's see, pretty much says Blue. Blue says we have mostly geese on the river here in York. And it jumped, that's why I'm looking. Stephen Tina said we have ducks here and a lot of Canadian geese fly past when they're going south. Our most common birds that migrate are flamingos. Did you know we have tons of flamingos here? And we have one black flamingo that they've actually marked, and it is the same one, comes back year after year, because we have salt lakes. We have 2 big salt lakes in Cyprus. One is quite near me, and you can see flamingos in the right season. Blue says they are better off being fed frozen peas than grains or bread, but if you have nothing else, it's fine. Oh, that's interesting. Frozen peas. There's a really good tip from Blue there. Frozen peas. Interesting. Okay, let's shuffle along. What are we doing now, Dawn? Why have you lost your bit of paper? Oh, because you're not on the right page. That's why. There we go. Now I can see what number I need. Okay, let's move along then to this. Now, I know this can be said, I've heard it said 4 different ways, so bear with the way I say it. It's said different in Cyprus to England to America, and then the Europeans even say it different again. So I'm going to say it my way, and we're going to be talking today about Chervil. I can't remember the 4 different ways. Chervil. Anyway, that. It's a small, aromatic, slightly aniseed flavoured annual herb. It's a vital fresh ingredient in many of the fine dishes of the gourmet. It grows to about 30 centimetres, 12 inches, and has finely divided foliage and small white flowers gathered in umbels. All parts of the plant can be used: flowers, leaves, stems, and root. The flavour is slightly reminiscent of caraway. Once established, it self-seeds freely, a valuable quality as self-seeded plants are ready to pick in early spring. Cultivation. A good loam, fairly rich in light shade, is best for cultivation. Sow the seeds in shallow drills and only just cover them with soil. They will germinate very quickly. Make sure the site is always kept moist. Seeds could be sown in succession. Sow lightly in mid to late spring for summer supplies, and in late summer for winter. When the grass-like seed leaves appear, thin out to about 25 centimetres, 10 inches apart. The seedlings do not transplant well. And the uses of it? The keen and interested cook will make use of considerable quantities and may not find it easy always to obtain it in some countries. So if possible, a fair proportion of the kitchen garden should be allocated to it. This is one of the herbs that has a greater culinary value than medicinal, and it is incomparatively better fresh than dried. It is more widely used in continental Europe than in Britain, possibly because it appeared to originate there. It also has religious connotations, being known as one of the Lenten herbs and used widely on Maundy Thursday as a soup. Although aromatic and slightly sweet, it is not an aggressive herb, and if too much is added to a dish, it does not ruin the whole dish. So, does anyone grow? I just pressed because I needed to move the mouse and it froze and you need to click it, but it was hanging over another subject. I know I've got to go back. I was trying to move to the comments. Yes, let me know in the comments if you're watching this back later, if you grow it or not. Blue's talk about the geese. The geese numbers seem to have dwindled a bit here around Christmas. Can't possibly think why that is. Nice emoji. Blue said she's grown it, but it isn't a favourite, honestly, but it's nice if used sparingly. I haven't used it in cooking. I have not. I have bought some new things this season. I like to always buy a couple of new things, or at least new varieties, but I like to try new things that I've never heard. Steve and Tina not heard of it. Probably not the way I say it, although Steve can follow my accent very well. I think it's one of the least known ones, as they say, because it's not so widely available, maybe, perhaps. Okay, let's go on to this. So I'm going to add in the, where did I put it? Oh, I have already put it in the description. That means I need it now to give to you guys. Hold on. So I'll give you the link here to what I'm going to say watching your coffee break. Paste it in the chat. Need to go in the chat. Paste. So because I'm growing my potatoes again, I've grown potatoes before, I'm going to put a potato video up. This is from last year, or indeed the year before. No, I think it was last year, because people have been watching. It was a whole series of them. So I've put the link in here, when to dig up potatoes. It's all about potatoes. And I did a whole series on this channel. I started off telling you about what ones to plant and etc., all about potato planting. And I did an experiment. I planted some of all the same type of potato in every single way that I hear people grow potatoes. So I did quite a lot in all different ways of growing, in pots, in the ground, in hugelkultur, in raised bed, so many different ways. And then I kept a record of it and I kept updating the video and showed you which ones grew best and my reasons as to why. So if you're interested in that, this is one, it's not the last episode in that series, but it's the one that talks about digging them up, when to dig them up. And it says first harvested potatoes, so you'll see which ones were ready first, and comparing the different growing methods. And as I say, I did show you every time I dug them up and the differences, which method of growing works the best. Steve and Tina say they have good luck growing potatoes. Yes, do check out that one. As I say, go back in that area of videos, are obviously a bit between. I would say that you've got the links under all those videos of the ones as they were done as well. Blue saying of the herb, she preferred it in salads fresh, and she says cooked it seems to lose something. Yes, I agree. Some herbs, even some vegetables, some are definitely better. Oh, excuse me, I've got hiccups. Some are better fresh and some are better cooked. I like a nice roasted vegetable as well, particularly parsnips. I do like a roasted parsnip. Roasted parsnips, delicious. Roasted carrots, quite nice too. Potatoes, I can eat potatoes in any way at all. I would say, have I got a favourite way of eating potatoes? Something I can't get here. They try to do it, but it's not the same. A good old fat English proper fish and chip shop chip, a nice stodgy fat one, not when you go into like a Chinese fish and chip shop. Although I love chips, I'll eat all types of chips, not those. A proper southern fat chip. I like mash with cheese and chives in mash, garlic mash, any potatoes, roast potatoes. Oh, I do love a potato. Oh, jacket potatoes. They must have butter, other fillings as well, but they must have butter. So not a filling without butter. Must have butter. Blue's Self-Reliance says, Homegrown Veg Channel did an amazing experiment with in containers one year. He grows in tea bags, another in wood chips, and a few others. Very interesting. Jolly good. Stephen Tina say, I heard tea bags have plastic in the bag. Yeah, it depends on brands. Some brands, and they don't break down. Some brands did change. Out here, we only get the ones that do decompose fully. But yes, yeah, there we go. Blue's saying there, some do, but most don't here in the UK. Yeah, I think some brands always were plastic. Some brands never were plastic. Some were plastic and now they've changed back. So, yeah, not good to compost. No, not good to have tea bags, really. Anyway, make the good old-fashioned cup of tea with, like, put the tea straight in the teapot, says Dawn, who never drinks tea. That's got to be more environmentally friendly anyway. Ooh, Steve likes roast potatoes. I like any form of potato. I really do. I don't like, what's that nasty thing? Obviously, I don't like that nasty thing. That smelly thing. What's it called? How you use that, like cabbage and potato? What's that really stinky stuff? I don't like the stinky stuff. Bubble and squeak. That's it. Bubble and squeak. No, don't like that. Tell you what I do like, well, I used to do, when I first came here, I came on my own, if you recall. Mike wasn't here till a month later. And I used to go remember, I didn't live here, I lived the other end of the island and by the sea. And they used to have, it was a van. It wasn't quite like you guys have them, but you know how they sell vegetables and that. It's basically a van and they put a table outside. It's not like a van with the stuff on it. And he used to sell not loads of vegetables, just a few bits, but he used to sell a massive bag of potatoes. You couldn't buy like odds and ends. And then a great big, the biggest head I've ever seen of broccoli, like a giant, bigger than my head, like a broccoli head. So I used to buy one of those and one bag of potatoes. And I used to go and cook the potatoes up, mash it all down, put tons of butter in it, cook the broccoli, just mix it all up, and that would be my meal. I'd do that. It was so easy to do. Oh, sometimes I'd get cheese and I put cheese in it. Oh, nice. We're talking tea again. Blue says, I need a new teapot. The boys broke mine. I'm a bit peeved. Oh, I hope it wasn't a special one. Oh, Blue, can't send you a teapot. It'll break. Stephen Tina says, strain it through your teeth. Loose tea. Ooh. I said in my last live, I would really love these herbal teas. They smell so lovely. I've tried so many. Maybe I'll find one day I like, but I don't want to buy them. It's a waste of money. But every time, like our guests have them and they might leave and leave a few behind, and I try one, like, oh, that sounds lovely. I just don't like it. I really don't. Blue says, I've just put a roast dinner pie in the oven from last night's leftover from the roast beef dinner. Oh, lovely, Blue. Oh, Blue keeps saying I can come round for dinner, but I just can't get there. Wouldn't that be funny? One day I go, ding dong. You know how you see people in the wrong place and you can't put your mind to there. But I know you. Who are you? Who are you? Maybe I should come with a screen. If only I had a passport. I don't have a passport, so don't panic. I can never come. Blue says it was my unicorn teapot. So yeah, a bit, but it's only stuff at the end of the day. Oh, Blue. Oh, that guy, I can't remember who it is, on your lives where you were showing he makes all those little models and things for you. Can he make something like teapots and make it into one of your creatures? I'm awful with all these fantasy characters and that. I haven't got a clue, but I know you've got some really special ones. Can he make you a teapot like in your favourite characters? I wonder if he can. Blue says the teas, make them yourself from dried fruit and herbs. Oh, I do have recipes on making teas. I have actually posted them on my other channel because I was doing a little series of making things with herbs. So I thought I'd better include some tea stuff in there. I've jumped one. Blue said the ones from the shops tend to be left in the warehouse for years before they get to your cupboard, so they're really insipid. Blue saying about the man I was talking about, he could, but it wouldn't be waterproof. Okie dokie. He could make you a sieve then. Steve says, Blue, like the idea of making your own tea. Yes. Let me see if I can find what ones I did. If I can find them. Let me see. Herbs and teas. I posted, how to dry herbs, how to make herb organic teas. There we go. I also did one on chamomile, how to make herbal teas, different types of fennel, that's something else. And, dandelion coffee. I do make my own dandelion coffee. So I do that, dandelion coffee. And Steve said I like ginger tea. I have to eat ginger all the time now. One of the few things I can eat. So I eat a lot of it. And I was thinking about making a ginger tea. Let me see if I can bring these up for you. So 72. Let's see. It's in that file. 72. These are on my other channel. 72. How to make herbal organic teas part 2. Because part 1 is about, I think, drying herbs or something. It was sort of a start, how to get going with herbs in general. Do you want my coffee one? It's really easy, and there's 3 ways of making it. You can make it camping, and you can make it at home. I forget what the third way is. 98. Video 98. So yes, this dandelion coffee, go and get yourself some dandelions, go and pick some. It's really easy, but as I say, there's 3 versions in the video. Yeah, that's a good one. Okay, let's go back in the chat. Where was I? The teapot roof. Okay, Blue says I live on sage and thyme tea. See, it sounds lovely. Over winter, it helps starve off the snot monsters. Cool. Blue says I just go in the garden, cut it fresh, way better than the shops. Obviously, of course. And just the smell of the herbs, like lingering in your house. Lovely. Steve says you're welcome to come and dig all the dandelions in our garden. If you got that many, Steve, you could make yourself so much coffee. I'm like, oh, that's me. That's me there. Yes, I think there was another couple I made, but they're the main ones. Okie doke, let's go on to this. So this is a little bit more of a rhyme about getting old. So I'm sure Steve will think, oh, did I write that? I can't remember. And it goes like this. I'm now 81 years of age, so here's a suitable story. Old age is golden, I've heard it said, but sometimes I wonder as I get into bed, with my ears in the drawer, my teeth in a cup, my eyes on the table until I wake up. Ere sleep dims my eyes, I say to myself, is there anything else I should put on the shelf? So that's true. Yeah, ears in the drawer. So it's obviously hearing aids, teeth in a cup, eyes on the table, obviously the glasses. Oh, yes. We're all getting there for sure. Steve says need to try that. The coffee, yeah. It's easy. I always say if I do something, a recipe or something like that and post it, I've done it and it's dead easy and no cost. I'm not reading that, Steve. Oh dear. Okay, let's go on to this. Stains. I'm not giving another example. Oh, that was gross. And I wouldn't read out Steve's comment, but then I come up with that nonsense. Okay, hacks for stains. I have 3 for you. Remove rust stains by covering with salt and moisten with lemon juice. Leave for half an hour, then wash in a weak solution of ammonia before laundering. So there's the first one for you. Oh gosh, your comments come up. I can't see your comments in case you don't know. I have to click on something. Just tells me when a comment's there. I'm like, oh, I bet it's from Steve. Let's see. Oh no, that's all right. It was Blue. Blue says, potato juice removes most things. Okay, second rust stain tip. Rust stains on cotton can be moved by adding 1 teaspoon of oxalic acid to 1 pint, 550 ml of hot water. Sponge the stains. After a few minutes, rinse thoroughly in clean water and wash as usual. So there's the second tip. I have one more for you, but before I do that, we must say a big hello to our friends that have just come into the chat. So we need to say hello to the Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla. So here's a special hello just for you. Thanks for being here. Hello, thank you. That just gave me time to have a quick drink there. That was quite handy. Yes, do go and check out their channel, guys. So much good content over there. They know I like when they go buying bits and pieces, and the gorilla is really great at creating some fantastic things from what he gets. They're my favourites. They know that's my favourite videos. But they do taste test a lot. They go out and about, gardening, some gardening stuff. So do go and check out their channel if you're not already there. And I am of my season. I got a Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla t-shirt that I actually won in one of their competitions. And it's the season now. I can start wearing that again. So I got to choose the colour, and they were so kind to actually ask for Mike's size as well. And he's got a really lovely one too. So we do like those very much. Oh, we also have in the house, I don't know if it's John and Sarah, but we have 2 doves, bees and gardens. So if any of these channels are new to you, do go over and say hi, because everyone's really great. And John and Sarah say 2 doves, bees and gardens. Good morning from frozen Texas tundra, 10 degrees Fahrenheit this morning with snow. I don't know what that is. I don't know what snow is. And Gypsy and the Vanilla Gorilla say good morning, good evening or good night. Just to tell you, it is now 6:15 in the evening for dawn. So that's my time difference to you. So quite a big difference there. I believe it's good morning to you. Good morning. And 2 doves, bees, gardens morning. Blue is 2 hours behind me. So 6:54 must be almost 4:15 for Blue in the afternoon. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. So we have one more hack for stains, getting rid of stains. And this is to apply diluted ammonia to freshen perspiration stains, or white vinegar to an old stain and rinse before laundering. Another solution for perspiration stains is to apply a paste of cream of tartar, 3 crushed aspirins and warm water. Leave for 20 minutes, then rinse with warm water, and your clothes will no longer have a headache. Laughing at my own tips there. How funny. Blues, yup, tick, tick, tick. Blue's a good channel if you need advice on foods, herbs, medicinal thingies, cooking, kind of like tips and hacks, ways to use natural products to do all sorts of things, frugal stuff. She's doing great lives at the moment on Fridays. If you want to put a link in for your next one, Blue, if you can do that, your next Friday live. I don't know what your topic is this Friday. I did watch your last one after the event, but I don't know what your one is coming up for Friday. So if any of you want to put links in, you can do that. Just type in whatever you want. If you want to say something about your channel, what's coming up, then please type away. You're my community. Blue hasn't set it up yet. Okay, cool. Anyone want to put anything in, then that's what you need to do. Blue says about the best use for aspirin I've heard. Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla. Sorry about had to steal a clip or a project I'm doing. You're so kind. Caught up with 2 times speed. All right. Okay. No idea. Had to steal a clip for a project I'm doing. Ooh, interesting. Blue said homemade versus store-bought. That's right. Blue's live on Friday is going to be homemade versus store-bought, but the actual thing isn't quite decided yet. Oh, I'm going to have my little comment that I would put if I'm there. Ginger. I've done a video on this very recently. Yes, you can eat the skin, as people may or may not know, but you should never eat store-bought skin, because the type of preservative they put on it can't really be washed off properly, particularly in the nooks and crannies. So yes, you could use a scrubber on it to clean it, but then you'll wash away the goodness in the skin anyway. Therefore, if you particularly want skin on ginger to eat, then grow your own. It's so easy. I've done a video recently. You just literally put it under a little bit of soil and just keep it moist and it grows. Simples. Have I missed any? Don't think I missed any chat. Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla say, glad to hear those shirts aren't rags by now. No, they're very good quality. Guess we could be more useful that way, cleaning up and working with you in a way. Steve's got to go. See you, Steve. Thank you so much for being here. Appreciate it. Say hello to Tina for me. Two Doves got to run, feed some animals. Have a great day. Okay. I've just about finished to be short anyway. I've run out of my pile of what I want to share with you all. I am trying to keep my lives a little bit shorter for my own sanity at the moment. So that's really it. Blue's got a bit going on at the moment, trying to get the house in order. I have surgery on Saturday. Oh, I haven't told anyone yet. Okay, no problem there, Blue. All the best to you. If you want to email me at all, then you're quite welcome. Okay, and Gypsy and Vanilla Gorilla say, have a lovely day. Thank you all for being here. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it, as you know. And I hope to see you again very soon. I'll be back here on Wednesday. Bye.